Benicio Curiscu, you thought you could threaten and hold this glorious nation hostage? Not while I'm in command, Benicio. Not while I'm in command.
You have not won yet, you bastard. You think I'm alone? Where I fall, hundreds will rise to demand justice against this corrupt tyranny. You and your henchmen will not spill my blood in vain, General. This is just the beginning of your downfall. If I speak...
Shut up, you savage! Even you don't believe that bullshit! Our fatherland will not fall to you or the rest of the cavemen who stand in the way of progress. I promise you that! Take him away and out of my sight before he starts up on his delusional garbage!
You know I can talk. You know what I know. You know what I can say.
Been busy shopping, Mrs. Miera? Who did you hit up for cash this time? One of your silly friends? Ah, the plight of a minister's wife. Spending so much money to look good for the unappreciative lout. You've been given a deadline, Mrs. Miera. Tomorrow evening. Money at Silvana's. Simple as that. You look good buried in this. Pity, if you don't show up with the money, no one will be able to put you back together to get into this expensive rag. Now my associate here is going to let go. If you so much as whisper, he'll make sure you don't say another word for the rest of your brief life. You understand?
Thank you for calling Capital Bank. Due to the national terrorism emergency, our branches will not open until further notice. No additional information is currently available on accounts. We apologize for the inconvenience to our loyal friends, our customers.
Get me out of here. I will have my people coming
Lieutenant,
for you.
is that the savage I hear in the back? Still screaming? Throw a bucket of water on him. That will put a chill on his restlessness. All the yelling in the world is not going to save him from his fate. Make sure he's locked in. Do not allow anyone to see him unless I authorize it. Do you understand? His cell must never be left unattended.
People will rise against you. You will see what will happen in this country. You bastard! You bastard! You'll be sorry, bastard!
Patricia? Hello, darling. It's Ida Mera.
Ida, and how are you doing?
Not so well, dear. Listen, Patty, I hate to be a bother, but I have a serious problem.
What could be so serious?
My life is in danger.
Oh, don't be so dramatic, please.
I wish I were exaggerating. I had never been in a mess like this in my entire life.
Really?
Are you alone?
Pretty much.
It's Raquel and I.
The maid? Don't worry then. You're good as alone.
Might this have anything to do with your friend Silvana?
Yes. I made a deal with Silvana.
What is that all about?
I borrowed money from her.
Money? How much are we talking about?
A lot.
Did your husband also borrow money from...
Oh, no, Paddy. My husband has nothing to do with it. Nothing at all. That really is the problem, in a sense, anyway.
Oh, what do you need money for?
I needed cash to cover some pressing commitments. I was foolish enough to borrow from Silvana. I had no idea where she was getting the money.
Oh, honey. She banks in the gutter. Everyone knows that, didn't you?
No, I had no idea she was so untrustworthy. I really did not know her that well. She moves in all the right circles.
She's dug a moat and keeps everyone in a sort of prison. So how is she trying to collect from you?
She has some goons on my back right now. I don't know where to turn. Patty, I'm terrified, and if my husband finds out...
I would believe it would be natural to seek help from your husband, wouldn't you? He's a very powerful man. I'm sure he could...
I don't want to risk that. He can't find out. The only true ugliness in our years together has been caused by his obsession with pinching pennies. He can get violent about it.
But you have to tell him. You really must.
No, I can't.
Try something else then. How about your credit cards?
I hide the statements every month so my husband won't find out. They're all maxed out.
Oh.
I started borrowing from friends.
Oh, goodness. That's tacky.
I was desperate.
Well, I hope you're not calling me for the same thing. I couldn't help you if I tried. And I don't think I want to try.
How about your husband?
He'd laugh at my face. And he'd laugh at yours, too.
Shit, Patty, I'm doomed.
Cloudy and windy today with gusts up to 40 miles per hour, 59 degrees this afternoon. Cloudy and continuing windy overnight with a low of 47. Cloudy with a few sunny 53.
Silvana Di Fabiani,
Yes. What is this about?
we have an order to seize your business records.
Wait a minute, this is my home.
It is also your place of business.
There must be a mistake here.
No mistake, ma'am. Step aside and let our officers do their work.
Whoa!
Stop it!
Were you expecting someone?
No, be still.
Senor Azevedo,
Yes? What is this? Where are you going?
we have a court order to search your apartment and seize your documents, sir.
A what? You can't just walk in.
Read the court order, sir, and let us do our work.
What the hell?
Who the hell signed these orders?
Judge Linares.
The Iceman. That son of a bitch. There's no working around that one.
Now Viniccio's demise cannot be postponed. Tell Vaca to kill him now and wait until morning to release the news that Vinicio hanged himself while in custody.
Vaca won't do the actual killing. We have arranged with Feroce Beluzu. Vaca has to clear the way for him, though.
What about the paper trail?
Vaca had it all burned. General Vaca?
Finally. Senator Madhu, you've heard? No reason to panic, but move up the time for the farewell party.
In the Benicio Corisco case since the authorities apprehended Corisco early this morning. In other news, the inquiry into alleged corruption and land development deals has escalated with the seizure of records from several locations. Government sources speaking on the condition of anonymity have mentioned names of people in the highest social and government spheres. Back to you, Astrid.
Open that door.
General Baca has issued me strict orders that no one is to go in here, Minister Vieira.
I am a government minister, soldier, and you will open that door right now.
Sir, we cannot.
Do you want to spend the rest of your service years in an outpost in the heart of Benicio Corisco's territory without the possibility of promotion and a certain death sentence?
Sir, I have my orders.
Yes, you do. From me. Open that goddamn door right now or I'll have you arrested! Corisco, do you know who I am? I am High Minister Flavio Mera. This is not a social visit. I am a government minister, and I can make life miserable for you, whatever life you still have left. Or I can help you. It depends on what information you can give me right now. Corisco, I'm telling you, I can help you save yourself, or I can let you stay here. But don't get too comfortable. You probably won't live through this night. It's up to you.
What the hell do you want from me?
Information. What you know about someone. Where can I find her?
Hey, what the hell is going on in there?
Nothing. Leave us alone. These files were seized during your arrest. Why did you have her picture?
Flor performed her witchcraft on you too. Flor do Mato. Milk and honey flow from her womb. No other woman is capable of giving the pleasure she alone has mastered. Flor is like the friar's lantern. Those who lose their way follow it in the dark, thinking it will lead them to a safe place. But the light, that's only an illusion in the dark, and it takes them to their doom. She applies her charm and offers her pleasure at her whim, with no explanations, but she exacts a price. Our people call her Mantis.
Where is she?
You expect me to tell you where you can find her just because you demand it? Look around you, Mr. Minister. I'm not here because I like this place. I was dragged out of my burning home by people who want my land. Do you think I'm going to help you finish me off?
You threatened to poison us all!
Oh, yes, there's that. Suddenly the entire country was paying attention. Some more than others. Some needed an excuse to silence me forever. At the same time, they stripped me of what is rightfully mine. And now you, High Minister of whatever, you want me to do what? As soon as I give you what you want, my life will be worth even less.
What can I give you in return for this information?
How about my freedom and my land?
I'm afraid I don't have that power.
Then what can you offer me? My last meal from Taco Bell? You don't have the power. Ha! In this country, people like you take power the way others take medication, as needed, or when the addiction demands it. If you don't have it, acquire it then. Or go through life incomplete.
I don't know how I can persuade anyone. This matter has become too public, too sensitive to simply dismiss.
Look carefully at the rest of the pictures and papers in the same place where you found that one, Mr. Minister. Focus on the puzzle. Put the pieces together. You'll see that you have the solution right in your hands. If you ever want to have that other part of you in your hands as well, you will.
We don't have time for this.
Make time. Do you think I had equipment to take those pictures?
I know who took them. The same people who have the movies on the internet.
I don't know what you're talking about. Look through the rest. Look carefully at the other bodies in those pictures.
They are all of native men and women in revolting acts. I suppose you provided the people for this filth?
You didn't look closely enough. Not all are my people. And the ones who took the photographs, I'm sure what they paid me for getting those people is nothing compared to what they're making from it. That's life in this whole of a country, isn't it? It's Brother Tuck's law. You have to tuck others over before others tuck you over. But anyway, sometimes they brought their own people or carried the men and women I got them into town to work.
I told you, I know who took them. I can just as easily find out from them where Flora is without your help.
I don't see you running out to see them. Are you perhaps afraid that they may find out what Flora took from you?
I'm afraid of nothing.
Then why are we talking?
Why didn't you tell me this from the beginning?
This is what the people who seized me and my property call the element of surprise.
Very well. I will go see how I can intervene on your behalf.
You will intervene, and you will succeed. Your motivation is great and pressing, Mr. Minister.
When I return, you better be ready to give me my information.
I have nothing to lose. Just my life.
Manioc? This powder is manioc flour? Are you sure?
The powder did not test positive for any toxins. It's ground manioc.
This slob Corisco had us thinking he had poison to destroy water supplies, and all he had was jars full of a common harmless root? Who else worked on these tests?
I ran them from beginning to end. Not even the Bioterra guy saw any of it. I destroyed the sample, the source, and every note I took. And I deleted all results from the computer system, as you asked.
Good work. You will be rewarded. Let's go get you some of that reward right now.
Come on, Vodka, pick up. Damn bastard. Where the hell are you, you miserable prick? No, damn it, I don't want to leave a message! I want to wring his neck!
It's not just the land deal, Senator.
You know how volatile this whole matter is. One thread unravels, and the Ministry of Justice will follow it right to the source.
We all know who's spinning that spool. We're not going to take the fall.
Enough! Enough, I say. Yes, I know exactly what you are all worried about. Do you think I'm at ease?
You have to call Judge Linares right now.
That is the one person I will not call Fouchard.
What? Is he untouchable? He must be the only one in the entire country.
He is more than untouchable. If we tamper with him, then we will really have no escape. We will all end up in the foulest of prisons until the day we die.
No one has anything on him?
He has his own crusade. When Yelaris was appointed judge, he swore he would go to his grave fighting people who, and I quote, use the halls of government as their personal piggy bank. Several years ago, someone tried to stage an automobile accident to get rid of it.
Manteiga Santoro.
Manteiga Santoro. He was sentenced to 30 years of hard labor. The light in his prison cell was never turned off. The ceiling in his cell was so low, he was never able to stand up straight. He went insane. One day he drove a pick through his heart while working in a rock mine. But the person who set Manteiga Santoro to kill Linares was actually Zelino.
Who was?
An attaché in the Ministry of the Interior. His wife was Linares' cousin, his aunt's only daughter.
Zelino lost everything he owned. Linares proved that Lino had made himself wealthy with graft. He died destitute. When they found him, it took a week for anyone to identify him. He had been eaten up by rats in a sewer where he lived for months. When Linares was informed of this, his remark was, how ironic. I had no idea rats ate their own. Now do you want to mess with Linares?
He must have a weakness.
He does. Or did. He used to frequent the most exclusive brothels.
Like all straight men in this country, as soon as they achieve a sustainable erection.
But he was still a justice of the highest court of the land.
Beds don't care who lies in them, or their gender.
The rumor is that he is insatiable. No one knows why, but for the past few years, no one has seen him in any of them.
Perhaps he gets it at home.
Not likely. A man of his stature would not soil his home with the presence of a prostitute.
That means Sylvana and I could provide a service.
If he did not ask for it before, it is because he did not think your services were worthy of him. I doubt that he would accept them now.
We could start the rumor mill grinding.
Are you sure you want to be the one to run that project?
Are you saying we are doomed before we even try?
Doomed? This is the country that creative chicanery built. I'm only cautioning you all that this is not going to be easy. We must not lose hope, but we cannot be overconfident. Let's put our heads together now. This is far from being a lost cause, but we must think.